Hey, it's
almost summer in Melbourne.
it's Ski Trip Victoria.
I know.
Wow. Welcome, everyone. I'm going to trade Ski Trip Victoria in for Sunshine Victoria.
Yes.
Man, this ski trip weather sucks.
I know, it's amazing. But 31's coming next week.
That's 31 Fahrenheit.
Celsius.
I know, feels like 31 Fahrenheit.
So welcome you guys to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun for All on the... Oh, of course, it's the 1st of November 2024.
That's
Halloween.
right, everyone said. So happy Halloween to you folks where you folks have happy Halloween.
Yes.
We just dress up like it's winter in the summertime.
That's right.
Yeah, all practical, all tactical.
And it's your manifesting questions answered live right now.
Right now. That's
right.
right now is the time. So, if you're just getting started with us, we're a lot of fun. Go to howtofeelitreal.com. That's howtofeelitreal.com.
Yes.
Sign up for the 7 free videos. Get the daily email. Apply. There are gifts to you. There's options. You can buy stuff along the way if you want to, or not. The important thing is do what we do, right? howtofeelitreal.com. Now, here's the key. Make sure you click the link in the confirmation email we send you. It may get stuck in spam or promotions. Thank you, Gmail, for protecting you from what you actually want. And then enjoy the goodies.
Yeah.
howtofeelitreal.com.
Yes.
And if you want to dive deeper, if you want to stop spending hours and hours on Reddit and places like that, manifestingmasterycourse.com. We made that up over a decade ago, and it's still $97 for a 90-day program. And you people that are good at math, you know that's just under or over a dollar a day for 90 days. Takes about 15 minutes. It'll rock your world. There's a bunch of old success stories there, and some bold ones too. But I've just been too lazy to update the website, and I'll be honest. If reading a gazillion success stories and spending $1 a day, you know, what's it costing you to dick around? There's the question. Thank you, Rob Begg.
Rob Begg. That's right.
So, Victoria, anything you want to add in?
No. So that sounds... Oh, and join remarkable.com.
Join Remarkable. That's one word.
Yes.
Join remarkable.com. That's for the people that would like to have a fellowship. Right? Like Beth. She is not like the rest. Right? So, joinremarkable.com. Right?
That's right.
All right. So, Victoria,
Excellent.
shall we dive... I don't have a Neville Goddard quote.
Oh, yes.
All right. So,
You could make something up on the fly.
right. So, I don't got one.
That's all right.
Doobie bop bop doo. Let us abandon those schools of thoughts that have to do with affirmations and denials, for decreeing is always done in consciousness, or something like that. Lisa and LaRock, welcome to the show. All my remarkable kids. I love you guys. So, and we got a remarkable call this weekend. Those of you who are in, make sure you check your inbox. We'll send out a reminder. There's a yummy little chart in the place. You can get that too. And those of you who want to join up now can still get on the live call. It'll be a lot of fun. We're exploring something cool called participant bystander. Because a lot of people, they're just bystanders in their own bullshit. I mean, life. And I'm a massive fan of participation. So, boom. Shall we dive in, Victoria?
All right.
All right.
Cool. So the first question today is from Chirasree on Facebook. How to imagine to hear from an ex?
All right. See, I imagine not hearing from them. Right? And I rarely
They're an
do.
ex for a reason.
Yeah, they're an ex for a reason, right? Now, but here's the thing. I've got a lovely ex, so I do hear from time to time.
Yes.
I've got another one that I haven't talked to, and Stephen Booth. Jesus Christ. It is Stephen Booth. Hey, buddy. Love you. Nice to see you. We were just chatting about you the other day.
We were.
Yeah, so like here you are, right? Stephen's my buddy. He's an acupuncturist. We always call him, he's got a place called Little Prick Acupuncture or something like that. So, Steve, put a link up to what you do. You're a cool fella. Love you.
Cool.
So, So I imagine not hearing from them, right?
The exes.
The exes, not from Steve Booth. Right?
Yes.
I love Stephen Booth, right?
Yes.
But here's the thing, right? I got an ex who's adorable. And I just imagine her happy. And I hear from her once in a while, and she's happy. I think that's pretty damn cool. I got another one who I imagine happy. I still don't think she ever is. I haven't heard from her in ages. Happy guy. Here's the big thing. Ready? We made up a little course called howtomanifestlove.com, right? And apparently nobody really gives a shit. right? Because a lot of people, I could probably make $1 million having the How to Manifest Your Ex Back course, but I'm not interested in that. But whether it's an ex, a specific person, a non-specific person, when it comes to relationships, here's the thing. Ready? I imagine my exes happy. Right? Far, far away. I imagine Victoria happy here. Right? I imagine Heather, Lisa, Joe Weldon happy. I also imagine me happy. Right? So as a friend, as someone who gives a shit, Zuli, I imagine Zuli happy too. Right? And it's just fun to do that. And if I imagine them happy, and I imagine me happy, and there's 2 other steps in that tiny little course, it just makes a difference in the world. Versus if I imagine them doing something to make me happy, it just gets really nuts.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll toss to you. That's what I got. Love you. Always great to hear from you. I love hearing. I can hear your smiles in my head. Right? In my head, in my head, in my head, head.
Okay.
Head.
So that was for Chirasree.
That's right.
Thanks for your question, Chirasree.
Right, Felice, I can't say your name. I'm so sorry. Anyway,
Okay.
Karen, welcome to the show.
The next question is from Anand on Facebook. Don't edit your thoughts.
That's right.
First.
Oh, I didn't put any titles in these.
No.
I'm sorry, you were so screwed.
I know. You'll have to put them in before you go to the
leave.
pool.
That's right.
Don't edit your thoughts. First, just assume the state and then think from that state. Can you please expand on this 2020 from Mumbai?
All right. Feliz Anand.
Yes.
Right, so that's like I'm combining Indian and Mexican, right? Feliz Navidad. Feliz is in happy, merry, something like that. Anyway, right? So your state, a state is how you experience what you experience. I made that up. I think it's really freaking accurate. So a state is how you experience what you experience. So I see Joe Weldon pop up,
Yes.
right? And there's a state that experiences Joe Weldon. I'm happy he's here. He's my friend. I imagine his success and his happiness, his smiles. So a state is how you experience what you experience, right? So the state determines your thinking process. Thinking is a process. It's a verb. Thinking produces these things called virtual nouns, right? Now, virtual nouns are one of those things that always take you out of the now. Right? All I got to do is to say Trump, Obama, Kamala, and y'all go fucking nuts in your heads. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all do, right? Because of a thought that you defend, and it probably really doesn't come from a process that you're examining, right? So here's my thing. People they've got a battle in the mind. I still want to go battle in the mind.
No, we don't
right?
go there.
so they have this battle in the mind, and they do it because they're battling against their thoughts, virtual things, right? And then they go, rightio, I'm going to try to think differently about those thoughts, and it just gets still a little bit nuts. On the other hand, I'm an Australian. I've got no thoughts about the U.S. election, right, that are important, other than, for me, it's pure fucking comedy, right? Y'all know my thing about when I was like 10 to 12 years old, and I would walk to the corner bookstore, and they had the 1972 edition, 73 edition, 74 edition, 75 edition, 76 edition of the up-and-coming financial collapse. And they kept reissuing the book every year. They put a new cover on it, and I could buy used copies for 20 cents a piece. And they just kept making it thicker and blaming it on different presidents and congressmen and the Bilderbergers and the Handelbergers and all that stuff, right? Handelbergers, right? So here's the thing. Don't ever edit your thoughts. Don't try to control your thinking. Just start adopting states that allow you to be responsible. Because no matter who wins or loses the election, I don't lose. And I know people that have been losing since 1976. They've probably collected all the editions of the book. And they're worried about the up-and-coming financial collapse still. Right? And that was in the 70s. So this is the 2024s.
Yeah, 50 years ago.
Wow. I was just a little cuss then.
A little cuss.
A little cuss, right?
Yeah, it's probably you in that clown suit.
Yeah, probably me. You know, I tell you what, I had a monumental thing. It may or may not show up in the show, but wow. So, what was the question? Let me make sure I even addressed it.
Yeah.
Don't edit your thoughts. Don't edit your thoughts. Here's another thing. You'll notice I discover what I'm saying as I say it. So many people try to script. Coral says I'm a big cuss. Damn right. Yeah. What do we say that? Dadgum right. Right. So dadgum right. So yeah, something like that. If you edit your thoughts, you're going to edit everything. On the other hand, if you discover, you know, what do you want to express? You really get to discover, you know, in real time, am I in a good state or a shit state? And if you're just naturally expressing yourself and you don't like what you're expressing, change your state. And that changes your thinking, a process, your emotions, another process, the words that you use, and the gestures that you make. So, Anand, thank you for a great question. I hope that's clear as mud.
Yeah.
And Feliz Anand. I want to wish you a happy Anand. All right. All you cool kids inviting cool kids. Thank you, Zara. Nice to see you.
Right.
Zara.
The next question, well, actually, it's TT. So it's from you, is it?
Yeah, it is from me.
From TT?
Yeah, I was going to add a second bit in, but I'm going to have to ad-lib that. But let's do it.
Okay, so it's follow the formula. JoGo question. Is that right?
Yeah, it was a rough morning.
Okay, got you.
All right, I was sharing clown photos with my mom, and I found out I didn't break my dog.
So, TT, I don't think you're asking, I think you're saying.
Yeah.
What I do.
So this is a reply to an email, right?
Right.
So, go for it.
What I do each morning before I get out of bed is smile and say I've had such a great day and I've attracted clients. I'm having fun. I feel that as if I have lived that day.
All right. I got a second one, and it basically goes, I imagine at the end of the day I had a day that I enjoyed, something like that, right? Those are not josephgoddardtothemax.com. Crass commercial, go get it. There's a special. josephgoddardtothemax.com. josephgoddardtothemax.com. I'll say it a zillion times. Here's the thing, right? Imaginal experience determines all your experience. So, my guess is every human on the planet wants to have some very specific, yummy experiences every day. Like a yummy lunch, or a great time at the gym, or surviving the roundabouts when they're trying to kill me. And the puppies, right? So I've had people say, well, I don't do anything all day, so how would I do Joseph Goddard the way that you do? Right, do you eat...
You're not asleep all day.
Do you eat a meal with someone? Is it pleasant?
Yes.
Right? Wow, that could be a pretty big accomplishment, right? But here's the key. I want you to read what the first one said, because I didn't put the second one in.
What the first one said,
what I do each morning
before I get out of bed, is smile and say I've had such a great day.
Right, you get it? This is talking yourself into something. It's a bad first date. Right, so here's the really, really cool thing. Imaginal experience determines all your experience. How big is a $20 bill to you? So when people walk around doing the whole, I'm a millionaire, I buy what I want, with whoever I want, I buy whoever I want, fuck them, right? yeah, that one looks cute, I'll buy it, right? Yeah, it's nuts. Versus on the other hand, when $20 to you feels like, what $20 feels like to me, some people, that feels like $2,000. And you get to play with how big does $20 feel. This is an imaginal experience. This will change your entire life. This will turn you into an investor instead of a hoarder. It's these little tiny things. So when I talk about JoGo, and I say, listen, and again, here's the 11-word version roughly. Ready? Before you get out of bed in the morning, imagine specific events of your day having gone your way. That's about 11 words in the middle. right? Specific events of your day already having gone your way. That will work, right? If you want to dive deep, get the pack. But I swear to God, if you just go, I wake up and I tell myself I had a great day. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about nailing a few specific things every day so that at the end of every day you can go, you know what? I had a nice meal with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty big, right? Yeah, I had a great time at the pool. That's pretty nice. Yeah, and it's the most wild things, because when you start imagining specific events of your day having gone your way, the whole size the size thing vanishes, and you start having continuous wins instead of like, oh yeah, I survived the day. It was pretty good. Do it the way I teach it, and you'll get the results that I do. Do it some other way, you'll get the results you get, and that's totally up to you. So, tossing that out, because I got 2 of these this week, and yeah, here's the other thing. Ready? What's doing it your way costing you? I know your way makes sense to you, right? Yep, my way makes sense to me, and you're not happy.
Yeah.
Got it? Let's play. All right. Shall we continue, Victoria?
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Very cool. All right. So thank you to whoever that was, but for TT for putting it up.
That's right.
That's right.
That was 2 of them. Doobie
2 of them.
Yes.
The next question's from Aaron on Facebook. And Aaron asks, sorry for this ridiculously long question, but could you please help me out here, 20? How do I know what I want to do in life and make money when I'm unemployed, when I don't know what I love and what I'm great at? How do I stop being stuck in the head trying to figure out what I have to do? Because I want to feel successful, fulfilled, feel alive, on fire, have clarity and purpose, and be clear on what I'm destined for. Could you please help me get out of my head? I feel lost. I just want to make very good money and feel proud of myself, and just feel love and joy in my work.
All right. So I've got 2 answers for you. One's short, one's long. Both of them have to do with investing. So I'm going to strongly suggest, and I asked, but I didn't get an answer yet. Have you done manifestingmasterycourse.com? I don't know, because it's just your first name on the Facebook. If it's been a while, let's do it again. Right, just send me an email and I'll start it back up for you. And send me updates and take me up on some of the options if you want to. But I suspect getting that little bite of brilliance every day, those little tiny exercises, 15 minutes a day, will help you work through the process here. Because if I just give you a bumper sticker right now, it's a bumper sticker. We're talking your entire life here. So, manifestingmasterycourse.com, take it, do the little exercises, and here's the biggest thing. Send me an update every 7 days. I've got lovely people here right now. Lynn and Alex are right on the screen here. They've both done manifestingmasterycourse.com, and they've both sent me updates, and over the years they've become friends. They're in Remarkable, all that stuff. We're having a blast exploring life together. And what I get here is you want a life worth living. And so, manifestingmasterycourse.com. Second little bit, if that's out of your budget right now or whatever, we've got a cool little pack at, what's that place called? NevilleGoddardStore.com. And it's the secret of money. It's $7. And get it and apply it. We talk about the 4 core money imaginings there. And the 4 core money imaginings have to do with being an investor. Basically how you it's about making money, spending money, investing money, and having money. And most people do not have all 4 of those in place, and so they've got all kind of bullshit about money showing up. So those 4 core imaginings, we dive into it. It's a $7 bit. Coral says, I've never stopped doing manifesting mastery. Yeah, how cool is that? Right? I can tell you, if I stop, I suffer. Right? I still do it. Right? Except for when I don't, and then I suffer. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway. Cool.
Cool.
So,
excellent.
There's a lot there. And I would strongly suggest investing. If you want to invest in what we do, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But find a way to invest. More on that later. All right.
Okay, cool. Excellent. So that was for Aaron. Thanks very much for your question.
And then there's Emmett.
Aaron.
You see Emmett?
Oh yes, he's sitting
He's
down
my
in the door.
Emmett.
He's a good boy.
He's Joe's Emmett. He's here just because Joe's here. By the way, Beth says first 2 weeks. This first 2 weeks of ManifestingMasteryCourse.com, as far as I'm concerned, they're worth the whole program. Right? Those are my best friends. And because the first one, it helps you get aware of your triggers. The second one helps you get aware of your loops. If you're not aware of your triggers and your loops, you can't exit them. Doobie-doobie-doo. If you are aware of them and become aware of them in new ways, then you can start exiting. Pinky, it's $97, and you can go to ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. Read about 3 dozen of the success stories.
There's
And
a lot there.
There's a lot there. They're all old. I know they're old. But
It's 90 days.
it's essentially
fabulous.
it's $1 a day. It's like the creamer you put in your coffee. If you go to 7-Eleven and you stuff your pockets full of those creamers, the creamers are $1 a day. But I digress. So
Alex, you're a rock star. Thanks,
Alex,
loads. I
rock
noticed
star.
you've been putting up the links.
boom.
Good on you.
Appreciate that.
So there you go, Pinky. Grab that link.
Yeah, grab that link.
Right.
By the way, some of y'all are mentioning things. I have never charged someone to do ManifestingMasteryCourse.com more than once. I've had a few people pay me for more than once, and I appreciate that because it's $1 a fucking day. All right, we designed it so everyone can take it. So here's the cool thing, right? I call it the excuse eliminator, right? Because people will spend hours on the Reddits and the YouTubes and the TikToks and the talks and the what's that other thing? The Instagram, right? And they'll spend hours. And I say, look, 15 minutes a day, it's $1. Right? You got 15 minutes a day, right? And you got $1.
Yeah.
Right? Let's just eliminate the excuses. I should charge triple for it. I look at I've had people steal that course and charge double, triple for it.
We have.
And it's like, really, pal?
Yeah.
Come on, it's my fucking course. You know it. Make up your own shit.
Yeah.
Right? But I seem to digress. And anyway, you guys that have done it, join Remarkable.com. Seriously, join Remarkable.com. Join Remarkable.com. Join Remarkable.com. Crass commercial over. Let's do it.
Cool.
All right. How's that?
That was ace.
There she goes. Zara says, that's right, skip the donut, get the course. Seriously, like, I'm fascinatingly amazed at the excuses as human beings that we come up with. Right? It's like, I don't got the time. You don't got 15 minutes a day? Righty-o. Keep a time journal. You'll find you've got hours. And you think, I can't afford $1 a day for 90 days. That's like 99. That's money. Yeah. It's $1 a day. Skip the donut. Right? Yeah. Or you could always lick the glazing off of someone else's. Right? Like, anyway.
Right.
Beth says Remarkable is such a gift, isn't it? And if you join today, you can be on this weekend's call. Or you can put it off. There's another one. Yeah.
The next question's from Cortez on Facebook.
All right.
And Cortez asks, how to manifest weight loss that also produces physical healing? I've been struggling with this.
All right, ready? So remember we talked about how to manifest love.com earlier, right? Y'all look at us. Right? Seriously, just look at us. Do what we got, do what we do. Second of all, right? Cortez, right? I need you to do me a favor. Go to howtofeelitreal.com and look at any of the shows from a year ago. Right? And look at me. Look at a show from a year ago and look at me. I've lost, I make it up as I go along now. I haven't been on a scale in months. But I've lost at least 2 Christmas hams and a turkey. Right?
Yes.
And I've gained a lot of muscle. Right? And how much, let's ask her, How much struggle have I had with changing my diet, my activity? How many cravings have I had? How many times have I gone nuts and like snuck shit that you don't know about, and you finding like nuts or chocolate all over my face or something like that?
He hasn't had any at all.
None. Right? Absolutely none.
Yeah.
If you want to go the expensive route, Cortez, we've got, yeah, seriously, I've documented my entire year. Because this started December 25th, 2023. And I had this massive epiphany, and I changed my identity. Okay, massive epiphany, changed my identity, lost 2 hams and a turkey, lost a walking stick, haven't had painkillers in as long as I can remember. I always lived with at least 1 or 2 walking sticks nearby, painkillers in my pocket, right? And I had 5 experts at the pool tell me I'm looking at a guaranteed hip replacement, right? Okay, I have people at the pool now that think I had one. Right? So I'm going to speak with a little bit of attitude and authority here. Number 1, identitybasedmanifesting.com. I can't remember if you've done manifestingmasterycourse.com, but I would strongly suggest those two. And yes, an absolute crass commercial, because here's why people struggle. And everybody write this down. You struggle because you start trying to do an activity that doesn't match your identity. When your activity does not match your identity, you're fighting yourself at the core. And when you're fighting yourself at the core, what tends to happen is people go, I need a bumper sticker. Specifically, what should I imagine? Blah, 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 all that bullshit. Specifically, what should I eat? Blah, 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 and all that bullshit. I got into this state of fighting fit. It didn't take long at all for me to get into the state of fighting fit fleshitarian, because I love alliteration and I love flesh, right? And what happened is I immediately lost all interest in eating carbs and very rapidly stopped eating any kind of vegetable. And again, someone's going to go nuts that I'm sharing this, and they're going to say whatever they say, and I don't give a shit. I'm not telling you to change your diet. Damien, welcome to the show. What you may end up eating like me. You may end up eating broccoli 7 times a day. I don't know. I don't care. You may eat the same shit and transform. Don't know. But I can tell you this. The identity has to transform first. Hey, Tin, love you. Hi, Tin. Hi, Tin. Hi, Tin. Hi, Tin. So your identity has to transform first. Now, here's the thing. Neville Goddard talked about concept of self, and what happens is I watch what other people teach, and I have people email me all the time, and they've got this thing about concept of self that just takes them up into fantasy land or their head, right? What I teach in identity-based manifesting, can you tell it works? Because it's about actively changing your identity. Just go there and read all the recording titles that are there and get it, right? You can also try to figure it out on your own. Right? This is my challenge to you. Because some people have the identity of John Wayne. Right? Yep. Yeah. All by themselves, on the horse, in the desert, kicking ass. Right? John Wayne or Rambo or whatever it is. Right? We adore that in the American culture. What we don't adore in the American culture is something that I absolutely adore called mentorship. Learning from real-life humans, right? Hanging out, doing what a real-life human does. And like I said, I'm going to put it entirely on you. Go to feelitrealfun.com. Go back to November of last year and look at me. Look at me now. Right? And I'm applying this everywhere. So, and my third thing, what the hell? Joinremarkable.com. Right? It's real honest to goodness. We get together once a month on a live call. They're recorded. I've got a private little Facebook group, less than 100 people. It's a lot of fun. And we're hanging out with cool kids that are doing cool shit. So that's, what do we call it? Joinremarkable.com. All right. And now, Victoria.
And now, okay. Yes, so that was for
Thanks,
Cortez.
Alex.
And I think I saw that you were here earlier on, so hopefully you're still here.
That's right.
Thank you for your question. And the last question today is from our remarkable Lisa Ann LaRocque.
By the way, Lynn's saying Remarkable is the best. Alex is sharing. Join Remarkable.com. He's a member.
Oh, there.
Cortez.
Good on. Yeah,
You're welcome,
Cortez.
pal.
Yeah.
And by the way, seriously, you can do it. Right? Yeah. By the way, I'm going to do one more thing, right?
Yeah.
So, because here's the thing: so, there's your activity, there's your identity. Below that, there's the stuff. And what happens is, I probably got about 10 people going to the carnivore groups, right? Because they say, "How do you eat?" And I say, "I'm a fleshitarian." Is that like carnivore? Yeah, but it's different, right? But here's the thing: they go to the carnivore groups, and y'all post there, and I love y'all. You know this, but it's like most of them are finding themselves struggling. Because they're trying to follow some data. They're trying to follow a diet. Right? On the other hand, when you change your identity, you find the diet that's right for you if there is one. Right? You find whatever's right for you. I went from swimming, I swear to God, so I have my epiphany. I go back to the pool, a couple days to the new year, and I look over at the cold water. Right? You're going to love this, Cortez. And I look over at the cold water, which I haven't been in since the year 2020. That's 4 years. And I want to go swimming. The second voice in my head went, "You don't swim." And I want to go swimming. All right. So I went into the cold water pool, the deep pool, right? Hey, Penny. And so I went into the cold water pool and the deep pool, and I swam 25 meters and almost drowned it. Right? I love my lifeguards, and I don't want them kissing on me. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right. So I made it to the end. Whew. Then I swam back, and then I got out. So I swam 25 meters twice. I don't know. Within 8 weeks, I was doing 1 kilometer. And I did that till I joined the gym because it got cold outside.
We got into winter, so we went to the gym.
Then I went to the gym and just started gaining like 1 chicken leg of muscle mass a day. That's what the machine said. And they asked me at the gym, you know, my lovely friend, she goes, "Hey, 20, how's it going?" Says, "I gain 1 chicken leg of mass a day here." Wow. And I tell her, I said, "Listen, you know, like Jackie, I've got friends in the U.S., they do pounds. In Australia, we do kilograms. And then there's Tim Norman. He's a weirdo, right? He lives in the UK. He's half Bahamian and half British. And he says, how many stone is that? And I don't understand any of this. So I go in the machine tells me something, I go to the store, I ask what a chicken leg weighs, and it's like, oh wow. So first 2-3 months at the gym, I was gaining 1 chicken leg of muscle a day according to the machine. It's like, oh, that's pretty impossible. So I digress. Now I'm done with that. Cool. Can you tell I'm having fun? All right. Victoria.
So, yes, the last question today is from remarkable Lisa Ann LaRocque. Polish and shine.
That's right.
And Lisa asks, "Hi, 20 in Victoria. I find the martial art Aikido to be fascinating. This is from a lovely book I have. Through Aikido training, each of us polishes our own heart. And as we become reflective, we are made radiant by the light shining from other people. When another person's light reaches me, I too shine. By polishing ourselves mutually, we shine mutually." Sensei also speaks of studying one part of something like a leaf. In knowing the purpose of the leaf, we come to understand the whole tree. I'm curious, how are each of you polishing yourselves, and what are you studying deeply? Thank you, Lisa. P.S. It's always a magnificent show.
I added that in. That was a follow-up comment. Because I was out in the garden, and the word magnificence showed up. And so for the past 2 weeks, we were down with the sickness, and now we're pretty much not. Sort of, right? So I have no idea where I've shared anything in the past 2 weeks and what I haven't shared. But I've got two things that keep showing up. Magnify the Lord and sing to the Lord a new song. If there's any auditory in your life, let it be a song sung to God. In other words, a declaration of being. When we realize that we are continuously sharing and telling stories, let them be lovely. Let them be inviting. Sing to the Lord a new song. Let us magnify the Lord. Okay? And I was telling Beth this morning, right? One of the things that we do in Remarkable is 2-minute chats. Poke me anytime, and I'll say yes or no or later. And so Beth pokes me at like 3 a.m. I'm not awake. I get up and start making coffee and say, in a bit. And then we connect up. And I had written something somewhere, and I told her about every day I wake up in darkness. I do. I wake up to darkness. I'm up at 5, so it's a very literal thing. But every day I wake up to darkness. In other words, the box. And in the box, it's dark. They called it Golgotha, or the tomb. And every day I wake up to it. And it's what happens as you find yourself, from what I can tell, you are the dance of divinity and humanity. You're 100% human and 100% divine. And when I wake up, I am always in the dark. And I notice at that point in time, rational can take me through all kind of torture and sequence and shit that needs done and stuff I could worry about and the up-and-coming financial collapse. Right? It's always there. And my Native American mentors taught that the songbirds sing their song of thanksgiving before the sun rises, and that's what lifts the sun up in the sky.
Yeah, I remember you telling me. I love that.
It's one of the most beautiful teachings that I've ever come across.
Yeah, and we do. We lie in bed. It's still pitch black outside,
and you can
hear those Maggies.
Yes.
All doing their little call.
And it's so beautiful when the little baby Maggies start to join in, because they can't sing worth shit.
I know, they're still experimenting.
Right? And there's a lesson there. Because your song doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs sung. So, I know Lisa had a question. I hope it pops back in. So there's this... I wake up in the darkness. We all wake up in the darkness 10, 20, 100 times a day. And when you find yourself in the darkness, Talia, love hearing the magpies sing. She's one of our lovelies in Australia. Right? It's we really get to live this. The real spiritual, as far as I'm concerned, a real spiritual teaching shows up everywhere. And it's reflected in everything. You can't escape it. You can try to ignore it. But I can promise you this. Anyone who's watched this, who finds themselves up before dawn, and when you hear those songbirds sing, and you consider, what if it were true? What if their song of thanksgiving actually lifted the sun up into the sky? What if that's the way we're actually designed to live? Oh, it's a cute metaphor. Whatever. But I can tell you this, anytime I find myself in the darkness, sing to the Lord a new song. Let us magnify the Lord, not our minds. And in some of the earlier questions, it's to try to figure out how to lose weight, how to get healthy, how to build a business, how to. And I invite you to something different. So, how about you? What do you got?
Oh, I don't know, but I love that about just with the songbird. I love as well You said the magnify the Lord, like
Yes.
it's His magnificence, radiate that. So
Yes.
yeah, that's just gorgeous too.
The little baby magpie can't sing. He's discovering his vocal cords. He's discovering his song. I keep sharing. I took almost 2 weeks off from the podcast. I was feeling a little down, got a little sick. Almost nobody reached out. That's called 20's a little pissed and disappointed, right? And then I get to get over myself, right? This is so important because I could have taken that as an excuse to go, fuck it. Nobody's sharing it. Nobody's listening to it. Nobody reached out. Fuck them, right? This is humanity. We all have it in there. Yeah. It's called, I'm hurt, I'm down, I'm sick, I'm whatever. Right? On the other hand, well, it's an excuse. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, when I walk out the door to go to the pool, it's either an excuse or excellence. Right? Wherever I leave things with her, wherever I leave things with me, it's an excuse or it's excellence. And this past week, I had 3 people sign up for ManifestingMasteryCourse.com that had been following us for over 4 years. And I commend them for joining. There's another part that says I must be a really shitty marketer for someone to follow my shit for 4 years before they're willing to invest $1 a day. Right? In other words, and here's what happens when they give me their updates. They share with me their bullshit. And I don't condemn them. Because we've all lived with excuses. We can all live with excellence. And so years ago, how do I give the short version of this? Ken brought his daughter to my karate class. And my instructor, Bob, showed up just to monitor me. Bob showed up every 3 to 6 months. And in the corner is Ken with a little girl on his lap. And Bob says, you know who that is? Like, yeah, it's Ken. He's got a daughter. Fuck, Bob, I don't know who it is. He came here to watch the class. He wants to see if his daughter will fit in. He goes, that's Ken Hilling. He's an Aikido master, a Yoseikon Aikido master. I'm like, whoa, right? Yoseikon Aikido is really cool. I'm like, all right. So, in a class, Ken says, my daughter's not just signing up, so am I. So I'm like, all right, right? So I got Ken Hilling, the Aikido master, and his daughter signed up for my class, right? And we're having a blast. So, of course, you know what I want to do? I'm going to learn Aikido. And Ken won't teach. Ken, yeah, he's sort of like me. He gets pissed off. He stops teaching. Fuck it, right? So I've stopped teaching martial arts 3 times, and the last time I haven't picked it back up again. Because people don't practice, and I get mad. So I was like, right. So Ken won't teach. Time goes on. Yeah, yada, yada, yada. I can trick Ken once in a while into teaching. What I discovered was if I do things poorly around Ken that are Aikido-like, he goes insane and has to correct me. So I'm like, all right. So years go by, and I've got this basement that's like huge, and I want to shoot some video down there, and there's water stains on the wall. And I find out Ken's got a handyman business. So I'm like, oh, this is great. So like, Ken, I need this wall painted. He goes, got to paint it blue because blue will cover all the stains. I'm like, I don't give a shit what you paint it. So Ken comes in, right? And I've got Mike Pops in there. Rest his soul. So Mike and I are doing the world's worst Aikido while Ken, the Aikido master, is painting my wall for $30 an hour, right? And Ken won't teach. But I'm telling Mike, this is how you do it. Look at this. And whenever you put the finger this way, and Ken comes off the wall, he's like, no. And he's showing us things and so on. And this is great, right? So I'm paying Ken to paint a wall blue, right? While he's teaching me the art and the spirit of Aikido, right? And of course he knows, you got me. You got me. He knows I got him, right? And he's loving me getting him. Which again is that whole dance of delight, because he didn't want to teach because he hates having students, but he's so passionate about it, and so it's like, all right, Ken, I'll draw you out. We'll have some fun, and I just heard he's still training with a friend of mine just the other day. So this is a decades-old relationship, so just beautiful. So did I have any other point besides that?
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. And, God, Aikido is a wonderful martial art, just absolutely beautiful. And that's all I'm going to say. All right. Elizabeth says, my Grammy kicked me out of piano lessons for not practicing. Damn right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hoo-ha. Polish and shine. One more bit with that. I love these 2-minute chats. You guys are remarkable. Hit me up. All right. The last call we did, we explored what would love do. And when we have these little tiny chats, love discovers. And these little tiny agenda-free chats, not with I need someone to talk to because I need someone to dump my shit on, or I've got a very pressing question, but these little tiny chats of like, hiya, 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 see ya, see ya,
Singing your song.
bye, bye. Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they, Beth? Just tiny, tiny, tiny little, and of course some cool shit gets shared, but there's the discovery of a dance. That's right, Lynn. So, all right. I think I'm done.
Yeah,
Anything else you want to add in?
Feet are freezing.
Feet are freezing, she
I've
says.
got my thongs on and I've got my winter coat.
That's right. Before the show started, she came out here all like, all right. Like, hey, Victoria, how you doing? I'm all right. All right. You want to put a coat on or anything? Oh, no.
I'll be all right.
So I just I just stood here and stared at the machine. Just, I'll be back. Just.
I know. It suddenly got really cold. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, thank you, Lisa, for your question.
Lisa.
And what we want to know is tell us what was your hashtag, Strawberry Bit.
That's right.
And I really like how at the end there you also said we've either got excuses
Or excellence.
or excellence.
Yep.
To always come from excellence.
Yep.
And, you know, I didn't realise that period of 2 weeks, no podcast, no unreaching, all of that. But I can see how easy it would be to fall back into that humanity.
Oh, yeah, I'll find something better to do.
Stuff it, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys don't care.
Yeah.
But then to be driven from excellence.
Exactly.
And I know how much you just want to give to people and help people, and with your message. So, yeah.
I can't help but, so I do the chats and the emails and all that stuff, and I can't help but go, if these couple are missing something, this is worth putting out there. And I'll explore it the best I can on any particular day. And that's all I can do. And there really comes a point in time where you get, you know what, I can have another 50 years full of excuses or another 50 years of excellence. And it's not that one is going to cost you more than the other. Yeah, the donut costs you the same as manifestingmasterycourse.com. Right? The 4 hours a day on Reddit. Well, you're probably wasting 4 hours a day on Reddit versus 15 minutes on manifestingmasterycourse.com, and get out and do something. Right? Produce something lovely from your life. And that's a biggie for me. So.
And the one other bit I just remembered I really liked as well. I mean, there's lots of bits, but when you said it was you're promoting identity-based manifesting, but you're saying you're trying to do an activity
Brilliant. Yes.
without being in the state of.
Yes.
Yeah? And that's when the war gets created, instead of doing it the other way around.
Yes.
Being in the state, the activity naturally sort of leads.
And here's the biggie. State is identity. State is identity. This is so worth exploring again and again and again and again. The identity of me, the identity of me won't let me stop. The identity of me will have me continue to go, how can I help? The identity of me will have me go, right, that ain't fucking working, but I'm going to keep swinging the bat until the ball shows up. I'll find something. Here's a problem. I'm waiting for the perfect pitch before I swing the bat. You get it? That's called an excuse. I wait for the perfect pitch so I can swing the bat. I invite you to swing the bat without ceasing, to pray without ceasing, to explore excellence without ceasing, and join Remarkable.com. Hey, Christina, nice to see you. You're looking great, by the way. Right? Really proud of you. All right.
Okay.
Is that it, Victoria?
That's it, I think.
And join Remarkable.com. That's it. One word, join Remarkable.com. There's a couple different options there. And bebop-a-doo-bop. So,
Cool.
see ya. Love ya.